The Cabinet today has approved merging the railway budget with the union budget, advancing the budget date, and scrapping the plan and non-plan expenditure. We have with us Finance Secretary Mr. Ashok Lavasa to share details with us. Thank you so much for speaking to Bloomberg Quint, sir. So, once the railway budget is merged with the union budget, what impact will this have on the government's deficit map?
See, as far as the railways is concerned, railways used to give us a dividend of about 9,700 crore. But that is what has been budgeted, for example, in 16-17. When the dividend is received from the railways, there are certain paybacks or reliefs that are given to the railways by way of non-plan support. If you net out the non-plan support which is given to the railways from the dividend which they pay, then the total impact is about 4,500 crore. So that much is the dividend which the Finance Ministry will forego when the budget is merged.
What operational freedom will railways have once the budget is merged? Because then railways will be more dependent on the centre for its funding.
What the government has decided is that railways will continue as an independent entity, which it is, and it will be responsible for taking all administrative decisions which impact their operations. So, in a sense, the functional autonomy which railway enjoys today, that will continue. The merger of the budget would mean that there is a combined accounting statement which is put up before the Parliament by the Finance Minister, and the presentation of a separate railway budget will not be required anymore.
So, how efficient do you think government spending will be once we scrap the plan and non-plan expenditure?
Well, this is quite a landmark decision because this was announced by the Finance Minister in the current year's budget, and this has also been a recommendation of many committees in the past. We are doing away with the plan and non-plan and switching over to what is the capital and revenue system of accounting, which is not only well established and well recognized, but it also brings about a certain degree of transparency in the accounting system, whereby you can very easily reflect the expenditure which government has incurred on creation of infrastructure, creation of capital assets, and the expenditure which it has incurred on the revenue side of expenses. So our understanding, it will bring about a greater clarity and transparency in the accounting system.
Sir, what challenges do you foresee once we advance the budget presentation? Because data collection will be an issue. Also, if you see, we won't have robust estimates. So, what are the challenges, if you could share some with us?
Well, I think some people have stated this as one of their anxieties, and I saw it was also reported in some newspapers today. But we have consulted the Central Statistical Organization, and they have confirmed to us that they will be in a position to provide advance estimates. The only difference is that earlier they used to do it by the first week of February. Now they will be required to do it few weeks earlier, but they are prepared for doing that, and they have communicated to us that they will be in a position to provide this advance estimates based on the data which they have up to December.
We are adding too many complexities in a year by advancing the budget, merging it with the railway budget, and scrapping plan and non-plan expenditure together.
I think doing away with plan, non-plan is to bring in greater clarity. So I don't think there is any complexity involved in that. Same is the case with advancing the date of budget presentation. I think the objective of the government is that before 31st March, before the commencement of the new financial year, the departments and all elements in the government should be very clear about their budgetary allocations, the sanctions procedure, etc. should be over, so that they can get down to implementing and executing various schemes. They can get down to utilizing their budgetary allocations. In the past, as everyone is aware, that it would take a couple of months into the financial year by the time which this procedure was complete. So I think this will not add any complexity to the procedure. On the other hand, it will make the procedure a little more simpler.
Thank you so much for speaking to Bloomberg Quint, Mr. Lavasa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.